Dear Black people,
what do you want? We is watching Tubi. Leave us the hell alone. I done just told y'all that we are on break. We'll be back right around 2029. I don't know. We are on break. Leave us alone. We ain't bothering nobody. We is in this bed. We is watching Tubi. We got some good snacks. Leave us the hell alone.
Guys, welcome back to this channel. But why are Black Americans choosing silence? And why is it making so many people uncomfortable? That is what I want to discuss here today with you. So guys, stay tuned. I'll be coming back with more commentaries. And in case of any thoughts, kindly feel free to let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, stay tuned.
An overall silence coming from the Black community. Literally, America is crumbling to pieces, and you have barely heard a peep from Black people. And I actually find it extremely surprising that people actually expect Black people to feel sorry or feel some type of sympathy for the downfall of America. After everything that America has put us through, do you really think that we're all in silence sitting back thinking about now we can fix this shit and we can bring things back to the way they were? No and no. We do not want things to go back to the way they were. And you know what's crazy? I think a lot of people mistake this silence that's coming from the Black community as a lack of awareness, as if maybe we don't know what's going on. You might see us dancing and having fun and playing around and shit still, and you might think, these niggas just don't take shit seriously. But I'll tell you what, at a certain point, niggas will stop dancing, niggas will stop singing, niggas will stop going along to get along. But we know America far too well. And we know that there's far too many traps, there's far too many booby traps, there's far too many things put in place that are meant to capture us, to catch us, to stop our forward progress. We know that most of our attempts at protest and revolution.
I've noticed that a lot of non-Black people seem to be a little bit confused as to why a lot of Black people aren't having as much of a strong reaction to everything that has come out in those files. And my response to that is pretty simple. They used to eat us. They used to feed our ancestors' babies to crocodiles and alligators. They used to hold public lynchings where white people could bring their entire families to watch as they slaughtered us. White slave masters raping underage girls. That was just an everyday thing. And it was all government sanctioned. None of that shit was illegal at the time. And it took hundreds of years for the US government to decide that it wasn't legal anymore. If a lot of y'all would have actually done the work when it comes to learning about Black history and listening to Black voices, you wouldn't be as shocked as you are about all of these things that we're finding out. Black people have always known who the enemy was. We've known for centuries. Everybody else is just now starting.
They get quenched before they even really get started. So we just chilling, sitting back waiting. But you'll be a fool if you think that silence is a lack of awareness. And you know what? I really think that some of these people, I don't think what scares them the most is losing all that money and losing the access to certain privileges and whatnot. Of course that matters, but I think what really scares some of these people is that at a certain point of the degradation of this society, Black people and other melanated peoples will feel this relief and sense that, hey, big brother's not right over my shoulder. Hey, I got a little room to groom now. And once this system starts to lose control and the people start to gain control, I think America will see a whole nother side of Black people that they thought didn't exist, that they thought maybe we got over. But I tell you what, there is an undeniable, unceasing fire, a burning rage, an endless series of traumatic energy that has built up over the years and generations and generations. And I think the biggest fear is that one day that all that energy is going to be released back into the world. All that trauma, all that pain, all that exploitation, all those deeds that was done in the dark that maybe they thought they got away with, we have not forgotten. And I think the biggest fear is that, they're going to realize that we've been wearing a mask this whole time, that we've had to pretend to get along so we can have a job, or we can do our things in society and whatever in this world, to function in this world. But we never forgot the pain, we never forgot the trauma, and we never forgot what America has done to us. So fuck no, I don't feel sorry or sympathy for what's happening to this place. And I just think that whenever the next time black people move collectively, the next time you see us do some shit, it's gonna be a power move like you ain't never seen before. Because the move is gonna be energized by generations and generations of built up traumatic energy and rage and all this frustration that we've experienced here in this country. And once we ain't got nothing left to lose or nothing left to gain, what do you think's about to happen? So all I can say is, don't take that silence coming from the black community right now as a lack of awareness. We know what's going on. We just waiting on our time to shine.
This we on break trend, oh my goodness, chef's kiss. I love it. I love to see it. And no matter what the reasoning is, we have finally learned the trick of the enemy. And these emotional tactics are not working. So please stop calling black people, black women, black men. We on break. We not on the front line for the Democrats, because that's what they want us to be on the front line, taking all the bullets. I just really think the gaslighting has reached its limit, and black people are just like, we're not gonna do it. We're not doing it. We not the footmen. We not the soldiers. Get somebody else to do it. And I love to see that. So Democrats want to rebrand with Jasmine Crockett, and she's down for it. So hey, kudos to her. But sis, just keep in mind that while you're playing the game of politics, just make sure you don't get played, because that is usually what happens.
The 92% is not marching with them.
Nope. Get somebody else to do it. Booked and busy, child. Got a manicure and pedicure booked. I got take a nap. I got play a word search. I'm busy. 2025, the rule still applies. Yeah, I got it. Talk about March, child. I'm marching to my bed. How about that? Give me some good rest. 92% rest. Okay? Wish you all the best, though, child.
What do you want? We is watching Tubi. Leave us the hell alone. I done just told y'all that we are on break. We'll be back right around 2029. I don't know. We are on break. Leave us alone. We ain't bothering nobody. We is in this bed. We is watching Tubi. We got some good snacks. Leave us the hell alone.
So guys, this is indeed a thought-provoking video because Black Americans are choosing silence. So we are here to explore this growing confusion among the many white Americans as the Black communities shift away from reacting to every political, social, and cultural movement. Yes, cultural moment. So what does this silence really mean? Is it disengagement? Is it strategy? Is it self-preservation? Or is it something deeper? Guys, we are here to break all this down. And so guys, after these reactions, I am going to break all this down. The historical context, the emotional fatigue, and evolving mindset behind this change. From years of activism in speaking out to a new era of intentional quietness, this conversation is going to dive deep into what is really happening when a community decides to move differently. So guys, let me roll these clips. This is not just about silence. It is about strategy. It is about awareness and a changing narrative. Yes. So guys, watch till the end and share your thoughts in the comments. Is silence powerful or is it being misunderstood? Let's get into these clips. I'll be back.
Got it.
Don't call me baby.
Yeah, girl, hell no. We at home, we at the cookout. If you like me, we at the spa, we getting a massage. We are wherever the hell y'all were when we were going through it. Because let's not play these games like y'all were outside. We were outside with our bloodline on the main line. And y'all was somewhere else. Okay, now the shoe's on the other foot and it's not funny anymore. And everybody wants a defense. Everybody wants us to run to the rescue. This ain't our battle, baby. Let's get real. Who voted for him? Who showed up to them polls and voted for him? Now, I'm not saying what's happening is right, but who showed up and voted for him? Latinas for Trump, that's who voted for him, okay? Good morning. So nothing fancy this morning. I just wanted to hop up here and talk about the No Kings protest. So before you start gaslighting Black Americans about why they are not going to be outside protesting with you, just know that we are standing in solidarity with you. Just know that we are there with you in spirit, but we cannot physically be out on the front lines because they will be using us as target practice. I'm sure that you're well of your privilege, and I need you to use it immediately. For the longest time, Black voices and Black bodies have been the backbone of resistance in this country, to the point where I don't even know if you know how to resist without Black bodies and Black voices. And unfortunately, it's no longer our turn, because we showed up in November in 20 Black Suburbans like Sunday service, and we feel like we did our part. So to the Latinos, the Anglo-Saxons, the Asians who don't never say shit, they don't never protest nothing, to all the communities that have silently benefited from the labor of Black resistance, it's go time. It's your turn. It's no longer our turn right now.
Hey friend, can we talk? There seems to be some confusion in the communities amongst us. Why Black people not out here protesting was because, mother, we already did that shit, and they didn't give us a fucking thing. But what they did do is they looked out for every other race. Okay? Y'all got all the benefits from the marches that we did, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, all the beating, all the lynching and all that shit. We marched. The Civil fucking War was for our freedom and for us to have equal rights, and they didn't give a shit. So the next time I see a mother like, why are the Black people not? You take your ass out there and get shot and shit and see what the fuck happened. You notice ain't nobody got shot or nothing like that because they ain't this color. They this color. So get your ass out there and get to it. Do your big one. I got to learn this new line dance. They got the boots on the ground. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. What them things say? Not protesting. Like, comment, and share.
Yes, guys, so something unusual is happening and people are starting to notice it. Across America, many white Americans are asking the same question, that why aren't Black Americans reacting anymore? There is no outrage, no loud responses, no viral clapbacks, just silence. And for some, the silence is confusing, even unsettling. But what if that silence is not weakness? What if it's something far more intentional? So guys, you know, for decades, Black Americans have been at the forefront of speaking out. From the civil rights movements to modern day social justice, voices were raised to challenge inequality, to demand accountability, and to push for change. The protests, the marches, the online activism, there was always a response, always a reaction, because reacting meant being seen, reacting meant being heard, and also reacting meant being actions being taken. But over time, something shifted. Yes, now we are seeing more and more people are noticing a different approach, less engagement, less public outrage, less emotional response, and it's leaving many observers asking, what changed? That answer is not simple, but it is very much powerful. For some, this silence represents exhaustion. Years of explaining. It represents years of protesting, years of repeating the same truths, only to feel like nothing truly changes. And at some point, people begin to ask that what is my energy really achieving? But this is not just about being tired. For many, this is a shift in strategy, because silence can speak louder than words. Choosing not to react is still a decision. Choosing where to invest your energy energy is power. Instead of constant response, there is a growing focus on building internally, on strengthening communities, on protecting mental health, on moving with intention instead of reaction. And that kind of shift, it changes everything. So here is the reality. People get used to patterns. And when a group has always responded loudly, consistently, and passionately, silence feels very much unfamiliar, even suspicious. Some interpret it as giving up. Others will see it as disengagement. But what if it's neither? What if it's growth? What if it is a realization that not every moment deserves a reaction? That not every battle needs to be fought publicly? There is a different kind of power in silence, and it forces people to think. It removes expectation. It shifts control. And also, because when you stop reacting the way people expect, you take back the narrative. And suddenly the question is not, why are they reacting? It becomes that, why aren't they reacting? So this moment could signal something bigger, a cultural reset, a redefinition of how energy, of how voice and influence are used. Not everything has to be loud to be powerful. Not everything has to be visible to be real. Sometimes the strongest move is stepping back. The strongest move can be observing and choosing peace over time. Yes, so maybe the real question is not, why aren't Black Americans reacting? Maybe the real question is, what does that silence actually mean? Is this withdrawal or is it evolution? So let me know what you think in the comments, guys, because if this is a very interesting topic of discussion, and if this made you think differently, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more conversations like this, because sometimes the loudest message is the one that is not spoken. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Of course, all credit belongs to the original creators of the video.